Hey, good evening, Facebook. Week 35 of Tom Carradine's self-isolation sing-along. Hope you're all doing very, very well. This is a little bit of a warm-up for you. Grab your songbooks. Nobody's watching at the moment. There we go. We've got 4 people watching. Grab your songbooks. And I'll try and play the right chords. From Carradine's Cockney singalong.co.uk. Now this week we lost Des O'Connor, and a few weeks ago we lost the wonderful Bobby Ball, so I thought I'd sing this as a little bit of a warm-up. Thank you to Richard Lewis for sending me the music for this. Laugh me a laugh, grin me a grin, and then I know that we can win. Dance me a dance, joke me a joke, and blow the clouds away. Play me a tune, sing me a song, and we can help push life along. Just you and me, come on and see, together we'll be okay. Open the door, open your heart, and then we've got somewhere to start. Just turn around, look what we found, today's a brand new day. Run with me now, I'll show you how. The world is waiting, take a bow. Show them it's you, what can you do? Together we'll be okay. Rock on, Tommy, dance to the tune the guitar sings. Rock on, Tommy, go out and spread your wings. What are the lyrics? Follow me through into the sun, and we can smile at everyone. Join in with me, then we are free. It isn't too hard to do. Life is a song, just sing along, and then we know we can't go wrong. Just you and me, come on and see, together we'll be okay. Together we'll be okay. Together we'll be okay. Indeed, together we will be okay. My little tribute there to the wonderful Bobby Ball we lost a few weeks ago. And of course, shout out for Des O'Connor that we lost this week. What a great loss to comedy. So hope you're all doing well. Week 35 of Tom Carradine's self-isolation sing-along. We haven't done the opening medley for a few weeks, so I thought we'd do that as a bit of a warm-up. We all know this, don't we? Lambeth you've never seen. The skies ain't blue, the grass ain't green. It hasn't got that Mayfair touch, but that don't matter very much. We play the Lambeth way, not like you, but a bit more gay. And when we have a lot of fun, oh boy, here we go then. Anytime you're Lambeth way, any evening, any day, you'll find us all. What do you find us? Every little Lambeth gal with a little Lambeth pal, you'll find us all doing the Lambeth walk. Oi! Everything free and easy, do as you know will please ye. Why don't you make your way there? Go there, stay there. Once you get down Lambeth way, every evening, every day, you'll find yourself. What do you find us? There we go. Swaying as usual. Hope you've got a drink in your hands. Now, of course, click on the share button below, or invite some people along to listen. You can tag them in the comments here. We know it's much more fun if you're watching it live. Grab your songbooks and sway and sing with me. Come, come. Come and make eyes at me down at the old Ball and Bush. Da 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 da. Come, come, drink some port wine with me down at the old Ball and Bush. Hear the little German band. Da 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 da. Just let me hold your hand, dear. Do, come and have a drink or two down at the old Ball and Bush. Bush, bush. Someone berated me on YouTube the other day about saying that was an American drinking song. They said, of course, it's a German drinking song. Well, all the regulars know, of course, it's not a German drinking song, although it does quote O die Liebe Augustin, which we've sung before in there. But of course we know it's an American drinking song for the Budweiser beer from the Anheuser-Busch company, of course, don't we? Yes, you knew that, didn't you? How about this one? I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. They fly so high, nearly reach the sky. Then like my dreams they fade and die. Fortune's always hiding, I've looked everywhere. I'm forever blowing bubbles, pretty bubbles in the air. Here we go, bit of Daisy Bell. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer do. Let's see you then. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage, I can't afford a carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle made for two. Here we go, let's all go down the Strand. Let's all go down the Strand, thank you, Faye. I'll be leader who can march behind. Come with me, see what we can find. Let's all go down the Strand. Oh, what a happy band. That's the place of fun and noise, all amongst the girls and boys. So let's all go down the Strand. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London so. Have a banana. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I think of her wherever I go. I get a funny feeling inside of me just walking up and down. Big Finish. Maybe it's because I'm a Londoner that I love London town. There we are. Good evening, everybody. I knew as I'd start I'd get an A, an itchy nose, and B, a sniffly nose as well. Oh my word. Hope you're all doing well. Week 35 of Tom Carradine Self-Isolation Sing-Along. Can't believe we're still here. Week 35. As usual, my beautiful wife, Faye, working in the comments over there. Hello, Faye.
Hello.
You right? Any comments and stuff coming in there already?
I've got a little hello to put in, actually.
Oh, go on. Well, I just itched my nose.
Has asked us to say a big hello to her mum and dad, Pete and Diana Smith. Apparently, Diana is becoming your new biggest fan. Pete's not so sure, though, but that's been put down to Diana's singing.
Oh, okay. Oh.
So keep singing, Diana.
Keep singing,
Keep
doesn't
having
matter.
fun.
There we go. Well, welcome. As I said, week 35. I can't believe we're still here, going strong. Lots and lots of requests and shout-outs and birthday. No kind of theme this evening, though we have got quite a lot of sad songs this evening, as Faye pointed out to me earlier on when I was putting the set list together. But hey, they're all there for a reason, and well, I will explain a little more. Lots of birthdays in this evening. A shout-out to Josephina Gagassa Smith. Your birthday on the 20th of November. Josephina, that's tomorrow, isn't it? Happy birthday for tomorrow. Emily Savage, I think we gave a shout out to Emily last week, but she was 13 on Monday, I think. Monday gone. Emily, happy birthday. Hope you had a great day. Samantha Campbell, your birthday. It doesn't say when your birthday is, but Samantha Campbell, you've got a birthday coming, I think. We got a little request later on from your mum, Jacqueline, has requested something, our penultimate song this evening. And the wonderful Bob Beer in Coventry. Bob Beer, your birthday tomorrow. We've got a request for you coming a little later on. Happy birthday. Hope you have a fantastic day tomorrow. And Libby Mary Murphy sent me a message on Facebook. It's her birthday on Sunday, and she requested a little bit of Cabaret. Well, she says it's something from Cabaret. So I thought, why not? We should sing the title song from the musical and film Cabaret, of course, which starred Liza Minnelli. This is on page 6 of your songbooks. Takes me back. I did a year on the road with a tour of Cabaret, the musical, playing second keyboards and accordion. Well, actually, I really ought to dig out the accordion. It's down here, but I haven't found an excuse to use it recently. Maybe I'll try the accordion for something next week. So, Libby Mary Murphy, this one goes out to you. Page 6 in your songbooks. What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book and the broom. time for a holiday. Let's see you at home. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn. Start celebrating. Right this way, your table's waiting. No use permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away. Big finish. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Only a cabaret, old chum. And I love a cabaret. Hey, happy birthday, Libby, for Sunday. Hope you have a fantastic day. Faye, you got some comments coming in there?
Lots of comments saying I'm very quiet. So I think I might need turning up a bit.
Which microphone are you? You are this microphone. Try that again. Is that any better?
Is that sounding better, folks? I hope so.
Either that, or I should be turned down. Well, we'll see how that one goes. So there we go, Libby. Happy birthday to you. Any more birthdays and things coming in on the comments there, Faye?
I do have another birthday. It is Amy Borchard's 23rd birthday on Saturday. Alison Potter sent that in.
Amy, happy birthday to you.
Birthday. There may be more, but I haven't got those.
There are plenty more birthdays. Another birthday where that came from. Shout out to Ben Hall. Wonderful Ben, who is a member of the Queen's Own Royal West Kent Living History Group. And fantastic little chap who raised loads of money over the summer, sleeping in an Anderson shelter. I think it was for Dorset Air Ambulance. So Ben, congratulations on that. Great work. And your birthday today, so I've got a good dedication for you. You thought we'd do something from the First World War, as that's one of the things, the periods that we reenact. And I'm going to put on my my officer's cap here from my Royal West Kent, with the badge on. I've now got my my official Royal West Kent officer's cap badge on there, though the chin strap's not right. The chin strap's too thick. I need to get a new one. But here we go. A little bit of Pack Up Your Troubles, but with the verses on this one. We don't normally do the verses. Page 6 in your songbooks, a little bit of Pack Up Your Troubles. Of course, you all know the chorus to this one. And a little story that goes behind this. This was written by brothers. George Felix Powell and George Asaph. Though they were actually brothers. Asaph was... what's the word when you have a... assumed name. Pseudonym. A pseudonym. George Asaph. Asaph was a pseudonym. They were the Powell brothers. And they came from... They were Welsh. And it was St Asaph in Wales. There we go. But that's by the way. They wrote this on. They didn't think much of it. They put it in a bottom drawer. And they entered it on a whim in a competition for a patriotic marching song. And, of course... It won, didn't it? As all these best stories go. And they put it into their show in Southampton. And of course, all the troops in the First World War, leaving from Southampton, picked up, went to the music hall, heard the song, and were singing it as they went to the front. And that's how it got passed along. All about singing along and spreading it. So, pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. For Ben Hall's birthday, here we go. Here we go. Private Perks is a funny little codger with his smile, his funny smile. 5'9", he's an artful little dodger with his smile, a funny smile. Flush or broke, he'll have his little joke. He can't be suppressed. All the other fellas have to grin when he gets it off his chest. All together then. Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your fag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Private Perks went a-marching into Flanders with his smile, his funny smile. He was loved by the privates and commanders for his smile, his funny smile. When the throng of Boschies came along with a mighty swing, Perks yelled out, "This little bunch is mine! Keep your head down, boys, and sing!" All together then! Pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your bag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Last verse. Private Perks, he came back from Boschies shooting with his smile, his funny smile. Round his home then he set about recruiting with his smile, his funny smile. He told all his pals, the short, the tall, what a time he'd had. And as each enlisted like a man, Private Perks said, "Now, my lads," all together then, pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. While you've a Lucifer to light your bag. Smile, boys, that's the style. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles in your old kit bag and smile, smile, smile. Hey, there we go for Ben Hall on his birthday. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Faye, are you still quiet?
Yes, apparently.
Could it be?
In?
We are plugged in. We are plugged in. This is all working, I believe. He says, let's just give it a quick try again. Yes, this should be all working.
I've told everyone you're doing it on purpose.
Many apologies. I don't know what's... are you plugged in at that in properly? We've had this problem before. Bear with me, guys. There we go. Let's give that a try.
It's terribly important that my public can hear me.
There we go. Is that any better? Give us a shout if that's any better. Sorry to disappear off camera. So there we go. That one was for Ben Hall, member of the Royal West Kents. There we go. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you like what I do... Oh, Faye, yes.
No, I've got another birthday.
Oh, gone. I was just going to say, if you like what I do at Carradine's Cockney Sing-Along, as always... you can go to my website, and we have some wonderful merchandise, some Christmas merchandise. We've got Christmas baubles, which are now available, and tote bags as well, if you fancy getting those. They've just come out on orders for pre-orders today, and I'll get them shipped out next week. I hope that's okay with all of you. And of course, if you want to throw some coins my way, you can do that in my virtual tip jar on my website as well. Andrew's put his hand up. What's up?
I've got the advent calendar.
Oh, and of course, Andrew's pointed out that I have an online advent calendar as well, which I'm running. That's £5 per household. And if you buy a ticket for that, I will send you a link to a password protected page on our website, and where for every day in during Advent, I will be going face walking across the room. I'm not sure what's going on. Where I will be going a little video every day with a little Christmas sing along for you. So I hope you can all get involved in the run up to Christmas. Now, one last sing along before the Christmas run up. Next Thursday, though we will probably have the tree behind because I've got to do some Christmas filming next week as well. So I'm afraid the tree will be up slightly early for us.
Apparently the sound's no better, so I'm moving closer to you.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
I haven't changed it. It's exactly the same as always.
Don't worry about it. I'll just shout from here.
But this microphone's directional, so there. I'm not entirely sure what's going on then. Maybe the iRig's not working properly. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? There we go. Well, maybe maybe this microphone isn't working at all, and maybe it's just coming off the thing. There we go. Who cares? Yeah, as long as you can hear us, then that's what it's all about. It doesn't really matter. So, wedding anniversary this week for Helen and Danny Sheehan. Hello, Helen and Danny. Congratulations. 16 years today. Many congratulations to you both. Helen requested a little bit of a Nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Page, which is in your songbooks. Page 4 if you want to join in. Here we go then. That certain night, the night we met, there was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I'm perfectly willing to swear that as we turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. The moon that lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he know we two were so in love? The whole darn world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair that as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. How strange it was, how sweet and strange. There was never a dream to compare with that hazy, crazy night we met, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. This heart of mine beat loud and fast, like a merry-go-round at a fair, for we were dancing cheek to cheek, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. When dawn came stealing up all gold and blue to interrupt our rendezvous, I still remember how you smiled and said, was that a dream or was it true? Our homeward step was just as light as the tap dancing feet of a stair, and like an echo far away, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I know 'cause I was there that night in Berkeley Square. There we go. For Helen and Danny, many, many congratulations on your 16th wedding anniversary. Oh my word! I've got an itchy nose this evening.
Well, I'll jump in then. What I would say is that you sang that on our first night in New York on our honeymoon at an open mic.
I did.
So there we go. I have a birthday to shout out. It's Sam Campbell's birthday on Sunday the 23rd. So happy birthday, Sam.
Happy birthday. Yes, it's actually Sam. I've got Sam. I've got your request coming in a little later on. Your mum Jacqueline put a request in for you for the penultimate song this evening, so it's coming a little later on. Oh my word! I've got an itchy nose. I'm so sorry about this. And yeah, by the looks of it, my audio interface isn't working this evening, or I plugged it in at the wrong point, or who knows what's going on. I'm really a bit flustered with this, but there we go. I hope you're all doing very, very well and enjoying the sing along this evening. The regulars, of course, will know, of course, that fingers crossed. I'm going to be at Wilton's Music Hall in January for 2 dates. Well, I don't know. I was a bit annoyed this morning about potential of Christmas to share with family, but then a potential of a January lockdown. I don't know. Yes, I was a little thinking, don't put a lockdown in January and then cancel my only live gig date. Oh God, yes. There we go. That's by the by. Doing my best to get by in these bizarre times, and battling as many of you know as well with the building work here at home. So yeah, we're getting through it.
On the plus side, the ceiling is no longer falling in.
Yes, the ceiling is no longer falling in. We have stairs to the loft. We have framework for walls upstairs, and we have tiles in the bathroom. There we go. So, yes, there is a bright side to all of this, even if my sound equipment isn't working properly for me this evening. Hopefully the quality is good enough for you tuning in at home. I'm going to stop ranting and raving. And, in preparation for my Wilton's concert, I've been, of course, trawling through my favourite London songs. And here's one that I haven't done before, actually. This one, I was supposed to do last week, but we didn't get around to doing it. But I used to play this at a Brick Lane Music Hall for the wonderful Vincent Hayes, the chairman there. And... this is a little song called She Told Me to Meet Her at the Gate. It's got a sing-along chorus, and as I always say, there is nothing more embarrassing than a sing-along song alone. So hopefully you'll join in. The lyrics to this are on page 3 of your songbooks, and it goes like this. One evening at a fancy ball, I met a lovely girl. Oh, she had a lovely curl, and oh, she was a lovely girl. I saw her into a taxi, and the fare she let me pay. She borrowed half a crown from me, and then she drove away. But she told me to meet her at the gate. Meet her at the gate. But she didn't say what gate. I've been to her gate, my gate, high gate and Reigate, Aldgate, Moordgate, and I'm in such a state. I've been to Margate, Ramsgate, Tollsgate and Billingsgate. I can't find her anywhere. And when I told a policeman, he said, pop round to Newgate, you might find your lady there. She told me that her name was Maud, but I found out that it's Raya. Oh, she set my heart on fire, and she was a lovely liar. Perhaps she's waiting beside the gate in awful misery to pay me back that half a crown she borrowed off of me. And she told me to meet her at the gate, meet her at the gate, but she didn't say what gate. I've been to her gate, my gate, Highgate and Reigate, Aldgate, Moorgate, and I'm in such a state. I've been to Margate, Ramsgate, Tollsgate and Billingsgate. I can't find her anywhere. And when I told a policeman, he said, pop round to Newgate, you might find your lady there. Now, the way the beauty told the tale was absolutely great, and I'm here to tell you straight, I don't think she's got a gate. Because I've seen over 1 million gates where lovers congregate, and there's only one gate I've not been to, that is Heaven's Gate. And she told me to meet her at the gate, meet her at the gate, but she didn't say what gate. I've been to her gate, my gate, Highgate and Reigate, Aldgate, Moorgate, and I'm in such a state. I've been to Margate, Ramsgate, Tollsgate and Billingsgate. I can't find her anywhere. And when I told a policeman, he said, pop round to Newgate, you might find your lady there. Hey, there we go. That was definitely going in the Wilton show and on to the next album. So, there we go. Now to another request. This one has come in from Nathan Kramer and Amy Barlow out in Omaha. Hello, Nathan and Amy. They say, this is for those that are struggling with the COVID pandemic. Yes, we are indeed. Sometimes a sad song can help lift the spirits of people. Well, hopefully that's going to work with this now. And he says, you have raised our spirits for the past 8 to 9 months. Thank you. So, well, that's very kind of you to say, Nathan and Amy. And they've requested an American song. Stephen Foster, very famous composer, mid-1800s. Lots of parlour songs and minstrel songs that he wrote. Things like Camptown Races. There's No Place Like Home, I think he wrote. Stephen Foster. This is called Hard Times Come Again No More. And Nathan has asked whether Faye might come in and join us for this because he thought it might work nicely as a duet. So Faye's going to try and clamber over and sit on the chair.
Didn't have too far to move because I've had to squat next to Tom in order to be picked up by
the
the
microphone. Wait, is the microphone on the phone? It's not this one. This one's not working by all
so
accounts.
this one just looks pretty.
Just looks pretty, and yeah, it's that microphone that's way over there that's working. So hopefully it's good enough that you guys can hear us.
I love IT.
Oh my word. So this is Hard Times Come Again No More, and it's got a sing-along chorus, which hopefully you'll be able to pick up. Page 4 in your songbooks, page 4. And it goes like this. us pause in life's pleasure and count its many years, while we all sup sorrow with the poor. There's a song that will linger forever in our ears. Oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Why we seek mirth and beauty, and music light and gay, there are frail forms fainting at the door. Though their voices are silent, their pleading looks will say, oh, hard times come again no more. 'Tis the song, the sigh of the weary. Hard times come again no more. Many days you have lingered around my cabin door. Oh, hard times come again no more. Hey, there we go. Faye Carradine on vocals there. That goes out to Nathan and Amy in Omaha. Hey, there we go. Thank you very much, Faye. Great job. So, oh my word. Now, we've had this before about what does an itchy nose mean? Does it mean I'm going to get money?
Oh, there's all sorts. There's you'll meet someone new. You'll meet a stranger or shake hands with a stranger. I think it means you'll have an argument. So I'm staying well out of the way. Okay. Well,
if you want to listen to that argument, then join us on the Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers group after the show, where Faye and I go live for a little while to kind of to debrief after the show, and we can chat to all of you sing-alongers. And also, if you want updates on the merchandise and things like that, come along and join us. They're a lovely bunch in the Sing-Alongers group. Lots of, I'm going to use this hand as I've done before to wave in a Joe Stilgo way, to wave to all the regulars and the Sing-Alongers, and waving this hand to any newcomers. Have we got any newbies in this evening? Anyone new joining us? Pop a note in the comments if you're a newbie joining us, and welcome to... and what's taking you so long? 35 weeks in, what's taking you so long? Nice you could join us though. That's fantastic. So we're going to go to the music hall after that. Stephen Foster, that one was written in 1854. So kind of around the turn of the century when music hall was really... over here, when music hall was really being born and developed, and at the peak, I suppose, as I've always said before, at the outbreak of the First World War, 1914. So here's a little music hall standards medley, page 5 in your songbook. Some classic music hall hits I'm sure you're going to know. Now there's no entertainment like the good old music hall. That's the place to go to when the evening shadows fall. If you want a spot of laughter when you're feeling blue, go and book yourself a seat or line up in a queue. Here we go. Let's all go to the music hall, where the show is gay and bright of a banana. Let's all go to the music hall, where the stars are twinkling twice a night. Whether you sit in the gallery, the circle or the pit, or whether you sit in a red plush stall, when the busy day is done, if you want to have some fun, let's all go to the music hall. Oh, the nice girls love a sailor. Oh, the nice girls love a talk. For there's something about a sailor, well, you know what sailors are. Bright and breezy, free and easy, he's the lady's pride and joy. Falls in love with Kate or Jane, then he's off to sea again. Ship ahoy, ship ahoy. Hello, hello, who's your lady friend? Who's the little girlie by your side? I've seen you with a girl or two. Oh, 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 I am surprised at you. Hello, hello, stop your little games. Don't you think your ways you ought to mend? That isn't the girl I saw you with in Brighton. Who's your lady friend? Hold your hand naughty boy. Last night in the pale moonlight, I saw ya with a nice girl in the park. You were strolling full of joy, and I told you I'd never kissed a girl before. Hold your hand out, you naughty boy. Bit of Mary Lloyd for you. That was Florrie Ford. Here's Mary Lloyd. Oh, Mr. Porter, what shall I do? I want to go to Birmingham, but they're taking me on to Crewe. Send me back to London as quickly as you can. Oh, Mr. Porter, what a silly girl I am. Get your knees up to this one. Ta-ra-ra-boom-de-ay, 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 ta-ra-ra-boom-de-ay. They really don't rhyme like they used to, do they? A little bit of Harry Champion. Oh, where did you get that hat? Where did you get that tile? Isn't it a knobby one and just the proper style? I should like to have one just the same as that. Wherever I go they shout, hello, where did you get that hat? Let's get some swaying for this one. She was a dear little dicky bird, cheep, 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 she went. Sweetly she sang to me till all my money was spent. Then she went off song. We parted on fighting terms. She was one of the early birds, and I was one of the worms. Well, if there's any readers of the Chap magazine out there, you might realise that I'm in this month's quarterly edition of the magazine with my stage husband, Mr. Champagne Charlie. There's a wonderful article about him. Though, of course, he's no relation to George Leyburn, the original Champagne Charlie, which, of course, this is his signature tune. Champagne Charlie is my name. Champagne drinking is my game. There's no drink as good as fizz, 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 and I'll drink every drop there is. All round town it is the same. I pop, 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 I rose to fame. I'm the idol of the barmaids. Champagne Charlie is my name. Now who were you with last night? Who were you with last night? It wasn't your sister, it wasn't your ma. Ha, 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 ha. Who were you with last night? Out in the pale moonlight. Are you gonna tell your missus when you get home who you were with last night? Last one of these. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. Oh, I do like to stroll along the prom, 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 where the brass bands play tiddly-om, pom, pom. So just let me be beside the seaside. I'll be beside myself with glee. And there's lots of girls beside. I should like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea. Hey, a little music hall medley for you. There we go.
We've had a couple of comments come in about that.
Oh, go on.
That medley is taking Carl Murray back to his Scout Gang show when he was 8, about 35 years ago.
Brilliant, love it.
Which I'm sure he's doing similar things
for me,
you.
absolutely, indeed.
And Heather Owen's saying that apparently there was an old chap grumbling about the lyrics of modern pop songs being meaningless, so she sang Tararabum-Dia at him.
There we go. Indeed, a great example. But it's a catchy tune. There we go. Actually, Heather Owen, nice to see you watching. This one's for you, actually. I think you've requested this one in the past. This is a song that's going on my London album and appearing in my Wilton shows as well. Sung by the wonderful... originally written by Harry Dacre, who wrote Daisy Bell. But also sung more recently and well known within the musical community, being sung by the late great Roy Hudd on his album Musical Memories. I think in the 1980s, this one. But yeah, it's called While London's Fast Asleep. And we've got a bit of a theme for sad songs this evening. We had Hard Times, Stephen Foster's Hard Times. This is another sad one for you, and we've got another sad one coming up in a minute. But hey,
Oh, you're selling it.
I know I'm selling it this evening. I don't know, I'm feeling a bit down. There we go. But there's a beautiful song called While London's Fast Asleep. You've got the chorus lyrics on page 3. The greatest city of the world is London. At least that's what the wealthy people say. It's very nice for some who always gets the plum. I only get what people throw away. It's very nice for starving boys in winter. It's very nice to camp it out at night. A doorstep for your bed, another for your head, because you haven't sold your blooming light. While London sleeps and all the lamps are gleaming, millions of its people now lie sweetly dreaming. Some have no homes and all their sorrows weep. Others laugh and play the game while London's fast asleep. One night when it was freezing hard and snowing, I sees a woman trudging through it all. So thin and poorly dressed, the baby at her breast was only covered by a ragged shawl. I followed her, I felt as how I had to, when suddenly she pulls the shawl aside, then screams, "My God, oh no," and sinks into the snow. From cold and want the little one had died. While London sleeps and all the lamps are gleaming, millions of its people now lie sweetly dreaming. Some have no homes and all their sorrows weep. Others laugh and play the game while London's fast asleep. There we go. While London's fast asleep. That's for Heather Owen. There we go. Who recommended that a while back. Faye, any comments coming in there?
I have a birthday, and I think we'll have to do a kind of retrospective dedication. So Joe Over had asked for a bit of Lambeth Walk for Irina, who's the landlady at the Windmill Public House in Lambeth.
Hey!
So birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday for tomorrow! You'll find us all doing the Lambeth Walk. Though, of course, that is not the original Lambeth Walk. The original Lambeth Walk was originally sung by Alec Hurley, who was Mary Lloyd's first husband. It's not as catchy. It really isn't as catchy, from the late 1800s. I'll have to do a recording. I don't have a piano part. I've only got the vocal line of that. It's not as good, I'm afraid. But there we go. There is an original Lambeth Walk. Of course, written about the street in Lambeth there. Faye?
Big thumbs up from Dave J for the imperial collar you're wearing this evening.
Oh, thank you very much.
Very
Thank
smart.
you very much.
And I'll just pop it in there. Bob Beers suggested a week of just me doing the singing.
Why not? Why not?
That would save you a load of work.
It saved me a load of work and saved my nose and my bunged up today. Actually, Bob Beer, hello to you. Happy birthday is it tomorrow? Tomorrow, Bob. While we're on the musical theme, here's one for you. A dedication for you and your birthday. Again, this has got a kind of sing-along. Actually, wrong key. Let's do it in F. Because F's better than G, of course. This one's for Bob. Happy birthday. Pantomime's coming around again. There are some pantomimes going on this year. Wonder if there'll be any elephants in them, who knows? 'Cause my ambition's to go on the stage. From this you can see that I've got 'em. In pantomime I'm all the rage. I'm the hole in the elephant's bottom. Now the girls all think that I'm it, and when they sit in the stalls I can spot 'em. And I wink at the girls in the pit through the hole in the elephant's bottom. One day we played in a farce, and they stitched up my backside with cotton. It split and showed all of my through the hole in the elephant's bottom. Now my landlady packs up my meals. One day I went out and forgot 'em. Now daily she feeds me with buns through the hole in the elephant's bottom. There are pockets inside of the cloth for some bottles of beer if you've got 'em. But they hiss and they boo if I blow out the froth through the hole in the elephant's bottom. Now I've played it all over the world, and productions I can direct 'em. In Stratford-on-Avon I'm billed as the hole in the pachyderm's rectum. Now we've reached the last verse. It's as different as chalk is from charcoal. For a laugh we'll sing the last line through the hole in the elephant's bottom. There we go, Bob Beer. Happy birthday for you for tomorrow. Then we got a selection of music hall songs this evening. That one again made famous by Roy Hudd there. But a traditional comedy song, that. I have a request actually for another music hall song from the British Music Hall Society themselves. Because, of course, this week the news was announced that Paul O'Grady, the wonderful Paul O'Grady, who plays Lily Savage, the character Lily Savage, who I had the great pleasure of working with on Aladdin, the pantomime at the O2 Arena, back in the mists of time, too many years ago. Had the great pleasure of working with Paul. And it's great news that he's become the new president of the British Music Hall Society, stepping into some very large boots that Roy Hudd left when he passed away. Now, Paul said, honoured to become the new president of the British Music Hall Society. I'm extremely flattered to be taking on the mantle of the late, great Roy Hudd, and realise that I've got big shoes to fill. I've always been a huge fan of music hall ever since the days at the ripe old age of 9, when I came across an LP called Late Joys from the Players Theatre, of course, the wonderful Players Theatre, underneath the arches in Charing Cross. Listening to it was a revelation, but my favourite turn was Stella Murray singing She Was Poor But She Was Honest. Another sad song, another sad music hall song. He says, I learnt the words and I've been singing it ever since. It used to go down very well at the Hackney Empire when I was giving my Lily Savage on a Saturday night, but not so well with the mother when I'd belt it out on my way home from church. There we go. Well, it's a kind of it's another sad song, another sad comment on Victorian London, and it's got a sing on lyrics. Page 3 in your songbook. She was poor, but she was honest. And this one we're going to do in G, I think. It's the same the whole world over. It's the poor what gets the blame. It's the rich what gets the pleasure. Isn't that a blooming shame? She was poor, but she was honest, though she came from humble stock, and her honest heart was beating underneath her tattered frock. Needless of her mother's warning, up to London she had gone, yearning for bright lights a-gleaming, needless of temptation. But the rich man saw her beauty, she knew not his base design, and he took her to an hotel and bought her a small port wine. And the rich man took her riding, wrecker of poor women's souls, but the devil was the chauffeur as she rode in his Rolls Royce. In the rich man's arms she fluttered like a bird with a broken wing, but he loved her and he left her. Now she hasn't got no ring. It's the same the whole world over. It's the poor what gets the blame. It's the rich what gets the pleasure. Isn't that a blooming shame? Standing on a bridge at midnight, she says farewell, blighted love. There's a scream, a splash, good heavens, what is she doing of? As she sinks into the water on a night as black as pitch, as she comes up for the third time, she says, curse the idle rich. Soon they dragged her from the river, water from her clothes they wrang. They all thought that she was drowned, but the corpse got up and sang. It's the same the whole world over. It's the poor what gets the blame. It's the rich what gets the pleasure. Isn't that a blooming shame? There we go. Another sad musical, the last sad musical song of the evening. There we go. That one going out to the wonderful people, Paul O'Grady, of course, and the wonderful guys at the British Musical Society. If you like music hall and variety, then do give them a look up and become a member. They've got great events and also online things that they're doing at the moment as well. And a fantastic archive if you're doing any research into music hall as well. And they've been great for helping me out find some of the songs I need for my London show. And my London Songbook show coming at Wilton's at the end of January. So there we go. Faye, any questions or comments coming in there?
No, I've got a comment saying you sang that beautifully.
Thank you very much.
That was really good. Really enjoyed it, even though it's really sad.
It really is sad.
I do have another birthday,
Happy songs
actually, to lift the spirits a bit.
Yep.
Andrew Cross had said it was his wife Carol's birthday a couple of days ago, and so we're giving her a shout out. She is singing along with everything, so happy birthday, Carol.
Happy birthday, Carol. Well, we've got some carols to come in a few weeks. Sorry, excuse the pun.
Oh, for goodness sake!
Carol's coming in. That was absolutely dreadful. This one goes out to another birthday, Samantha Campbell. Your mum, Jacqueline Campbell, says just to say thank you for all you've done for her through lockdown. And to say a huge happy birthday to her lovely daughter, who also does the shopping for others who have no one to help them. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you, Samantha, for doing that. Happy birthday to you. And apparently Sam sang this song while dressed as a hippo, so it's become one of her favourites. I'm sure you all know he's going to sing along chorus again. Page 4 in your songbooks. A bold hippopotamus was standing one day on the banks of the cool Shalimar. He gazed at the bottom as he peacefully lay by the light of the evening star. Away on the hilltop sat combing her hair his fair hippopotami maid. The hippopotamus was no ignoramus and sang her this sweet serenade. All together! Mud, mud, glorious mud. Nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and there let us wallow in glorious mud. So it was a bit too late for me, this one. The fair hippopotama he aimed to entice from a seat on that hilltop above. As she hadn't got a man to give her advice, came tiptoeing down to her love. Like thunder the forest re-echoed the sound of the song that they sang as they met. Here Inamorata adjusted her garter and lifted her voice in duet. All together, mud, mud, glorious mud. Nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and then let us wallow in glorious mud. As she flaunts and swan sang this upper semitone. Not that it made much difference to me. I think I need to do it a bit higher for me. Last verse. And more hippopotami began to convene on the banks of that river so wide. I wonder now, what am I to say of the scene that ensued on the Shalimar side? They dived all at once with an ear-splitting splosh, then rose to the surface again. a regular army of hippopotami, all singing this haunting refrain. Last time, mud, mud, glorious mud. Nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and there let us wallow. Glorious mud. Hey, to Samantha. There we go. Happy birthday to you from your mum.
Did you know, apparently, according to Daniel Gillam, Swan also sang it in Russian?
He did sing it in Russian.
Maybe you should learn that.
Grands, grands, something grands. That's all I know. Yes, and they're live recording at the drop of a hat at the Fortune Theatre. There we go. So yes, I'll have to learn it in. And also, there's when our friends Duncan Walsh-Atkins and Tim Fitzheim do it as in their a drop of a hippopotamus. They do. There's extra verses and things, and when they get the audience to do it, it's just the ladies and then the men. There are extra verses, I'm sure, to it.
Yeah, but you know what? That key's too low for me as well. Otherwise, I'd have joined in.
In my boots. So there we go. We're coming towards the end of the sing-along this evening. Faye, any more final shout-outs?
No.
There we go. Well, thank you so much for joining me, as always, this week. Week 35, as I said. Can't believe we're still here. I hope you're all staying safe and dealing with the second lockdown. Yes, fingers crossed that we don't have another lockdown in January, because I really want to do my show at Wilton's. If not, we'll have to find something else to do. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to wear a
We
coat.
want you to do your show at Wilton's.
I know, but there we go. We'll deal with it. And if it doesn't,
Sue Ashdown Day was actually asking whether there was a possibility that you could do it there and it could be live streamed.
who knows? We'll see.
happens.
Depends if there's a complete lockdown. Who knows?
Was
So thank you so much for joining me this evening, as always. So huge thank you to you. Thank you to my beautiful wife Faye, working in the comments. Thank you very much.
yeah, thank you.
And of course to Marcus Reeves, my technical man, who's sorting out the technical messages and things behind the scenes. Unfortunately, can't sort out my sound while I'm doing this. So apologies for the sound this evening if it was not as good as normal. So I was going to say less good. That's not good English, is it? I feel not as good as normal. So apologies for that. So join us again next week, usual time, 8:30 till 9:30, for the last sing-along before we get to Christmas material.
Woohoo!
So, but we might have a Christmas tree in the background though. So yeah, stay safe until then. We're going to finish with a little Cockney Musicals medley. As I said, don't forget Christmas decorations, baubles, and tote bags are now available on my website. And those will be shipping next week to you. And if you fancy throwing some coins in my tip jar, that would be much appreciated. You can do that again at Carradine's cockneysingalong.co.uk. Here we go. 5 minutes to go. Let's finish with a little Cockney Musicals medley. Page 7 in your songbooks, starting with a bit of Oliver. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares whatever we got we share? It's a chance to be, we should see some harder days. Empty lot of days, why grouse? Always a chance to meet somebody to foot the bill. Then the drinks are on the house. Consider yourself our mates. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration we can stay. Consider yourself one of us. All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lots of chocolate for me to eat. Lots of coal, making lots of eat. Warm face, warm hands, warm feet. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, sitting absolutely still. Core blimey, I would never budge till spring. Crept soaked me windowsill, someone's head resting on my knee. Warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me? Oh, wouldn't it lovely, 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 lovely. All lined up in a wedding group, here we are for a photograph. All dressed up in a morning suit and trying not to laugh. Since the early caveman in his fur took a trip to Gretna Green, there's always been a photographer to record the happy scene. Oh, that flashbang, what a picture, what a picture, what a photograph. Poor old soul, blimey, what a joke. Hat blown up in a cloud of smoke. Clap your hands, stamp your feet, banging on the big bass drum. What a picture, dum tiddly up, bum 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 bum, stick it in your family, bum. Oh, I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Pull out the stopper, let's have a whopper, but get me to the church on time. Let's see you. I've gotta be there in the morning, spruced up and looking in my prime. Girls, come and kiss me, show how you miss me, but get me to the church on time. If I am dancing, roll up the floor. If I am whistling, or wash me out the door. For I'm getting married in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Kick up the rumpus, but don't lose the compass. And get me to the church, get me to the church. For God's sake, get me to the church on time. We'll skip the next one and do this. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Hum-diddle-diddle-hum-diddle-I. Because I was afraid to speak when I was just a lad. My father gave me nose a tweak and told me I was bad. But then one day I learned a word that saved me aching nose. The biggest word you've ever heard. This is how it goes. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Swaying, here we go, last one. There's a little ditty they're singing in the city, especially when they've been on the gin or the beer. If you got the patience, your own imaginations will tell you just exactly what you want to hear. Papa, papa, that's how it goes. Papa, papa, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose. When they hear all last time, key change. Papa, papa, that's how it goes. Papa, papa, everyone knows. They all suppose what they want to suppose. When they're all papa. There we go. Thank you so much for joining us. Week 35 of Tom Carradine Self-Isolation Sing-Along. Hopefully see some of you over in a moment on Carradine's Cockney Sing-Alongers for the lockdown lock-in little debrief afterwards. If not, we'll see you next week. Don't forget to grab your tote bags and your baubles from the website.
And advent calendars.
And advent calendars as well. And yeah, we shall see you same time next week. Thanks very much.